All right, what's happening, everyone? Just making a quick trade recap from today. Made one this morning of my morning trades. Already have that posted. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that one out. So I'm not going to go over those trades. I'm just going to go over PROG was my only afternoon trade and watch throughout the rest of the day. So this is a stock that I've traded quite a bit in this whole run up. Basically just buying the breakouts every time. And so that's what set up again today. It was a nice breakout, and traded really good volume, and was rotating the float. So, and the float, I don't know what the float is. I just know that the shares outstanding is about 163 million, 164, and the volume was like 350. So, basically, almost doubled. The whatever the shares outstanding is. So that's really good. So dive into it a little bit here. So I missed it. I missed this whole morning move, and I saw it here, and I saw it perk. So I have it on my phone. This is where how I set it up, and white is green where I'm buying, and the blue is red where I'm selling. God, that's a really loud plane. So it was perking through VWAP, perking through the breakout level. After just a nasty downtrend, finally put in a higher low, got a nice perk up to VWAP into that breakout level, another higher low, and just multiple higher lows, and we finally perked through. So I took 100 shares. Ended up just stopping out, and just stopped out quick. I just thought, okay, I'm just in too soon. I need to let this play out. Put in a nice bottom here. Was able to put my trend line up, and we got a nice perk through. When we had the dip and held here for a few minutes, I was holding VWAP. I felt more comfortable taking another entry, so I just took another 100 shares. And basically sold, I think basically half in the 460s, and then a quarter at 474. And the plan was that this was just going to keep uptrending, and my goal was like 480. I wanted to make sure all this volume, this overhead, I'm really just looking for the quick move, and then, probably just ends up coming back down into power hour. But I needed to keep in mind that this was also a breakout. And this does have a history of gapping up and having a day two move. So I sold, most of it up in here. So I'm not trying to get greedy. I'm really just trying to take my quick profits and just move on to the next one. I'm just trying to gain that consistency, which I have been this past month, and just kind of stick with it. And if they run without me, they run without me. I still took my profits, and I'm looking for the next one. So I ended up just putting my stop with my last quarter. A penny over I bought it, so 452, and it stopped me out. And I should have just kept this on watch. I can't, I'm having a hard time remembering, but I'm pretty sure I was in the middle of working and middle of work, and I got the alert that I sold, and I just said, oh crap, okay. And then looked at it later, and it was back to 470s. And I was like, oh, shit. So it was really just this nice uptrend. It held trend really well. It held VWAP. It's holding the breakout level. It made a nice little double bottom. I should have been buying on the dips. I thought about buying it in here. And actually, I thought about buying it on this dip. I thought, the low 470s, I could have easily been buying, and I just decided not to. I just thought it was so far up the trend that it needed to have. So it was probably going to have some kind of, like, of course I'm going to buy. 5 minutes later, it dumps. It's just kind of, and then I give up most most of my gains, because I was red $8 on this trade, and then I made like, I don't know, $12. So it just put me green, like basically $5. And I really didn't want to add another 100 shares and then be red on the trade on the day on this. So it was really just kind of biting my tongue and just kind of sitting on my hands and not pulling the trigger. I thought that 5 would kind of just act as resistance, and this would kind of just fade and the shorts would take over. But it did have a quick little fake out here, but it came right back and made a new high of day. So it looks really good, and this is probably going to gap up. I thought about buying shares right in here. Was it? No, it was right in here. I saw this after hours. I'm like, this is looking really nice, and I really should probably buy some shares in here. And now that I'm looking at it, I know it's after hours, but with the volume that it was having all day, I mean, this set up really nicely. And then all of a sudden, see the volume fading, which is beautiful. And then you get the perk. And you're not waiting for this perk in volume. You're looking for the downtrend in volume, that decrease in volume. And you're liking how it's making these higher lows and making this flag here. When it perks out of the flag, that's the buy. And if you're not comfortable buying it, wait for some kind of dip and hold, or like this here was basically a flag pattern to where it kind of held sideways for a couple minutes and then perked through. So, if you're not familiar with these kind of patterns, just read a technical analysis book. Just look up some of the flags and take pictures of them and print them out, put them on your wall. That's basically what I did. I bought a poster with all of them on there. So just helps you get a really good idea, and you can really see the pattern after you get some screen time. So I missed out on this whole move, and I really wanted to swing shares overnight. I just didn't have the guts to pull the trigger because I didn't want to be red on the trade on the day. So we'll see how it gaps up. I'll probably make another morning video lesson. So yeah, we'll see what it does. But all right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.